Up and up she goes, and where price action stops, nobody knows.
I guess that saying is true that stonks only go up, and you're probably getting tired of me saying this, but yes, once again, we clocked a new record high. Obviously, to all the perma bulls in the audience, all the viewers who only hit buy, a massive congrats to you, because your accounts are probably also at another new all-time high. In this video, I'll be very quickly breaking down what's going on with the overall market and how we were able to hit this new all-time high. But most importantly, I want to give you guys a better understanding of what to expect next. And I also want to get into some individual equities because that's where I currently see the most opportunity. If you've been paying attention to this series, you know some of our recent favorites are looking as hot as could be. In this video, I'll be giving you an additional breakdown of what in the world is going on with CoreWeave, what we see going on with Oracle, and we just had some legitimate game-changing news with Nvidia. So if you're trading or investing in any three of those, you better watch this video because I have some very good, very impressive, very exciting green bullish news. Of course, if you enjoy these type of market breakdowns, don't forget to like, subscribe, all that good stuff. With that being said, let's roll the tape. So by the time the closing bell officially went dingity ding 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 on the day, many people were very excited. S&P 500 rebounds after a soft open, posts another record close with help from Nvidia. So yes, the S&P 500 a hair below 6,700 flat, but that is a record high and a record high close. Same thing in the Nasdaq, just below 25,000 flat. The small cap sector, even though it didn't hit a record high, it is very close. And the one that's actually looking uniquely weak right now is actually Bitcoin. So where you officially see some lower highs, some lower lows, wondering if in the short term this might be returning to 107, 108,000. If you're watching this and the point of this video isn't specifically crypto, there's a little bit of nerves going into the House procedural vote tomorrow for the Clarity Act. So if that goes well, Bitcoin will probably rebound. If it doesn't go so well, I'll be looking forward to drop in the short term. But like I said, this one isn't really specifically about Bitcoin. It's about the overall market, which yeah, we started off a little weak this morning and then we pretty much ripped the entire day. We saw that in the SPY, we saw that in the Qs, we saw that in the Russell. The only thing showing relative weakness in terms of the big guys is Bitcoin itself. But returning to the overall market, it wasn't just the indices. The overall market looked pretty good. Now, it wasn't green across the board, but really we are being led higher by the likes of Nvidia, Apple, Tesla, Oracle, and man, oh man, was it not just price action. The options market was insatiable. The delta reading, just people were buying calls, selling puts all day. The delta ripped. And then of course, as the delta is going higher and higher, market makers have to hedge out their book by basically buying the underlying. And guess what? We pumped all day. And we really saw that in the Mag 7. The combination of Apple, Amazon, Google, Meta, Microsoft, Nvidia, and Tesla popped early in the morning, held all day, a lot of strength. Now, as I alluded to at the start of this video, if you've been paying attention to this series, which I'm really enjoying it, and if you want me to continue with being as transparent as I possibly can about getting into my positions, my management, my thoughts, what I'm seeing, let me know in a comment below if this is the type of content you want to see, because of course my goal is to make the content that you guys enjoy the best. But anyway, you know my recent positions, and you're going to notice that today was a great day, a gain of about 44,000, and you're going to notice I have a few less positions. Right now I have Oracle, I have CoreWeave, I have Tesla, I have Coin. But if you watched yesterday's update video, you know that I had also the S&P 500 and the Nasdaq. Well, I decided to get out of those. So looking at the SPY, I got into SPY 663 calls for September 26th, this Friday. I had to fill at 272. I ended up getting out today at 605. So the difference there, about $20,000, almost exactly $20,000. And the real reason I got out, I don't think that the market's about to turn. It's just because Theta is starting to get crazy because they expire this Friday. So anyway, $20,000 gain there. And then with respect to the Nasdaq, I got in at 353, same day, got out today around 925. And if you do the math there, that's going to be about 23,000. So 23,000 on the Nasdaq, 20,000 on the SPY. Put those together, made $43,000 realized profit today. And then obviously, as I already showed you, I have some runners on Oracle, CoreWeave, Tesla, and Coinbase. As I'm filming this, Oracle's up 106%, aka 15,000. You have CoreWeave up 70%, aka 11,000. Tesla's pretty much break even, and then Coinbase is effectively down 44%, just over 6K. So very much need Coinbase to come back. But let me get into where I see that opportunity. So you have this idea of, yes, we hit all-time highs, and even though we're bucking seasonal seasonality, the market is very excited of what's going on with the current trade deals, what's going on with monetary policy. We're getting the rate cuts, and basically everyone's saying, all right, the labor market's soft, we're going to keep getting rate cuts. Unfortunately, it's going to mean that we're devaluing the dollar, but assets should keep going up and up and up. With that in mind, yes, I'm bullish on the overall market, but because we're at new all-time highs, it does make the risk to reward discussion a little bit difficult, which is why I'm finding better opportunity in individual equities. And I should note, this is in no particular order, but CoreWeave, nice, beautiful technical breakout. We've been talking about this one for the past week or so. If you've been watching these videos, we've been doing deep dives in the Goonie Trading Discord, waiting, finally getting the breakout, the follow through. We had a tough time at 135 today. That's a big gamma level. I'm looking for us to overcome that. And then ideally, I want to see really the technical battle and the options battle at 150. Speaking of options, look at this. CoreWeave ripped all day, flat at the top, but man, oh man, a lot of bullishness. And it wasn't the only one. Oracle also looking real good. Earnings gap up, comes down, double bottoms. We have that reversal. We break the key open interest level, the key gamma level of 320. This is setting up a test of 330, 331, and past that, I'm looking at 350. And to no one's surprise, after a beautiful gain of 6.3%, look at that options market. So right now, from a price structure, a price momentum, and from an options flow, CoreWeave and Oracle are looking phenomenal. If you happen to be in the position, I'm going to keep riding it as long as I possibly can, as long as the bulls are in control. Would I chase it right now? Not necessarily, but that does bring up a new one where we got some big news on Nvidia today. And when I say big, I mean big enough to push the world's largest company based on market cap to a new record high. We were talking about this literally just yesterday in the update video. Shout out to everyone who watched it, paying attention to this technical breakout. So here we officially have higher highs, higher lows. We have strong momentum, and now we have a very interesting narrative of why it is up so much. And when I say it's game over for the shorts, it very much is. When I say that this changes everything, well, you're going to hear from the CEO himself what this is about to do to the revenue. Nvidia plans to invest up to $100 billion in OpenAI as part of a data center build-out. Nvidia will invest up to $100 billion in OpenAI as the artificial intelligence lab sets out to build hundreds of billions of dollars in data centers. Nvidia's CEO told CNBC that the 10 gigawatt, folks, that is huge. This project with OpenAI is equivalent to between 4 million and 5 million graphic processing units, as in huge. And then the CEO of Nvidia followed up by saying that they will ship this year and twice as much as last year. Think about what that means from the revenue. Now, obviously, as a short-term trader, whether you're day trading, scalp trading, or swing trading, fundamentals like this don't have the biggest impact. Of course, if you catch the news, it could have a big deal. So this is very good for investors. But once again, let me remind you, from a swing trading perspective, we are bullish in price action, momentum, and options flow. And even though it's not exactly the same, we're seeing that also in Oracle, and we're also seeing that in CoreWeave. I should let you know before you get mad at me in the comments, this list is not exhaustive. Apple, looking phenomenal. Tesla, looking phenomenal. Just because I didn't do a deeper dive into the one that you're watching right now doesn't mean I necessarily think it's a bad setup. Like I said, there are others looking great, which actually brings me to an important point. Which one are you watching? Right now in a comment below, let me know the main ticker that you think has a quality setup. And hey, if I see enough people talking about it, more than happy to make its own personal dedicated video. That's what I have for you. Congrats if you are making those tendies. And if not, well, there's a lot of opportunity. So I hope you can secure that bag. I appreciate all the good vibes. I'll catch you tomorrow's show. Remember, Monday to Friday, 9 to 11, there's a live stream of me degenerately trading my own account. So I hope to see you there. And if not, I'll see you in the update video tomorrow. That's what I have for you. Have a good one.